My name's Cheeky Sport Dave, and today we're here with the legendary Didi Hamann. Listen, to talk about the big moments, the huge, massive moments in his career. Now, listen, one of the biggest moments that any player can aspire to, and any fan would love to know, is the Champions League. You know, winning the Champions League with Liverpool. Talk us through the campaign, the day, how it went.
Yeah, we qualified. We had a group. We lost a game to Olympiacos, so it was still in the balance going into the last game. We had to beat Olympiacos by 2 clear goals. Rivaldo scored early on, so we needed to score 3 in the second half. And we all remember that strike from Steven Gerrard with about 5 or 6 minutes to go to send us into the last 16. So we had a bit of momentum, but it wasn't all plain sailing. But I think it got us closer together, the group. We played Leverkusen in the last 16. They were on the same team as they were 3 years before when they knocked us out of the competition. So we, pretty swiftly put them aside. Then Juventus beat them at home. Needed a result in Turin. We won 2-1 at home, and we defended, for 90 minutes and got that 0-0 draw, which got us into the semis. Juventus, Italian champions, by the way, at the time. Then we played the English champions. We got that draw again. What we did do well in these big games, we were pretty reliable at the back. We didn't make many mistakes. We had a lot of confidence in each other. Again, didn't concede. Drew the game 0-0. And then we took them back to Anfield, and it was probably the best atmosphere I've experienced at Anfield. The people were there a lot earlier. It was a beautiful spring day, I think sometime in April or early May. And we scored a goal after 5 minutes, where people still say it was maybe not over the line. If it wasn't over the line, maybe Czech should have been sent off, and we should have had a penalty, which would have probably, I preferred at the time, because if you go 1-0 up and they're down to 10, it gives you a huge advantage. And in the last half hour, we just had to hang on, and we were defending with 10 men. Gudjonsson had the chance right at the death, which he knocked wide. And then it was just ecstatic celebrations, and something nobody dreamt of at the start of the campaign, or even in January when we started the knockout stages. We had a ticket to Istanbul, and there was a special occasion with to go to Liverpool, or to go to Istanbul with Liverpool, a team that or club that made its name in their competition in the 70s and 80s was something else. Obviously, first half didn't go to plan. But we fortunately found a way to get back.
Absolutely. What was it like with Rafa? Like, what was the belief like? Did you guys know from the beginning that you were going to be able to peg this back, or what was it within yourselves that got you?
Well, obviously very disappointed. Because I didn't start the game. I expected to start the game, which I didn't in the end. So I was watching the first half, probably like everybody else. They scored after the first minute of a set piece, which happened, and then Kaká was just on a going day, and he set up a couple of goals. The third finish of Crespo shows how confident they were. It was just a top class ball from Kaká, split the defence, and the finish was sublime. It was one of the best finishes I've seen in recent years or history. And then you go in at 3-0. We could have had or should have had a penalty when it was 1-0. With the next move, they score the second one. And once you go in 3-0 against a team like this, usually it's curtains. And we walked in. But Rafa was calm. He didn't shout, or he said, "Take a breather, have 3 or 4 minutes for yourself." Heads were down, obviously. Everybody was, thinking about what just happened. He came in, said we'd make a change. I was coming on. The reason me coming on was to move Stevie a bit further forward, because he was our most potent goal threat. And I played with Xabi in the middle. We played 3 at the back. And then you just have to try and score the first goal. Give the fans something to cheer about, and ask the opponent question.
Absolutely. Because
even the best ones, under pressure, they do make mistakes. Obviously, we didn't expect it at the time, because at 3-0, it was really theirs to lose. But the fans were behind us. They were still singing, and somehow within 6 minutes we pulled it back to 3 each.
absolutely incredible. What were the celebrations like? Like honestly, today we get to see so much that goes on in dressing rooms. You know what I mean? Man City were popping confetti after beating Manchester United. You know what I mean? Like they'd won the league. So what were the celebrations like? Because we don't get to see and feel as much as people do today via social media. What was it like?
Very underwhelming, to be honest. So it was far from confetti being thrown because we got in the dressing room and obviously it's the first time you're out there. You get the trophy, you have a lap of honour, you celebrate with the fans, and then you come into the dressing room where it's really quiet. And it was more a sense of disbelief because I think everybody, when we came in the dressing room, we left the dressing room 2 hours before. We were beaten.
Yeah.
You know, we were on the floor. So 2 hours later, we come in, the trophy's in the middle of the dressing room, and it was more a sense of disbelief. People shaking their heads, thinking, you know, what has just happened, or how did we do that? And there was no wild celebration. We had a bit of celebration when we got back to the hotel, and then the next day in Liverpool when we got back, where we got a fantastic reception. But straight after the game, I think if you walked in the dressing room, you probably wouldn't have known whether we won or lost because it was pretty quiet, and as I said, more disbelief than jubilation
and confetti. Word to Pep Guardiola there. You were the one to score the last goal at the old Wembley. Absolutely legendary. What was that like?
It was good. It was
beating England as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that a little bit more?
No, I enjoyed it because we hadn't beaten a top team away from home for 18 months before that. So to beat England, I think was very important for the team because it gave us a lot of belief. For me personally, it didn't make a change. It was a big goal for us because it was a World Cup qualifier. In the end, we still needed the playoffs because England won the group with that Beckham free kick against Greece. So we only finished second, and we still had to play the playoffs against Ukraine. It's something for the history books. I've been to Wembley a few times since. Always great to go back, and obviously I have very fond memories of the place. But as I said, for me personally, it didn't change an awful lot.
Well, there you have it. Special moments with Didi Hamann. Thank you very much, Didi.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.